Welcome back to ICT Trading Concept. How are you all? So today is 12th March, Tuesday price action. I'm going to explain the entries was over here. So this kind of daily recap, but I promise you, if you watch until the end, you will get the precision from here, so that you will learn how to look for the direction and how can you frame the trade. Okay, let's go to the video. Enough chit chat. So you can see this line and that line. That is the Newark AM session. We had a news, CPI news at 8:30. So today's session is going to start from 8:30. Before 8:30, look at this price action. From our weekly analysis, we know this sell side liquidity will be triggered. Okay, this is our weekly bias. Here, bearish. Now, Monday is the accumulation day. This is the narrative. This is the accumulation phase from Monday. Tuesday is the manipulation. If you are looking for lower run, you have to expect that Tuesday will be the manipulation to the opposite way. So I was waiting to go higher market and to take the buy side liquidity as a manipulation. Okay, so this is the theme, and I'm not going to explain the London session. Instead of that, I will start from the New York N session. Before 8:30, look where is your buy side liquidity and sell side liquidity. This is Nasdaq and this is the 50-minute chart. Okay, so from here I can see this low and that low. See this low. All of these lows are the relatively equal lows. So this is my sell side liquidity before 8:30. Where is my buy side liquidity? Do I have any buy side liquidity? I can see I have the buy side liquidity over here. This is the shallow run and this is the most obvious buy side liquidity. I have this buy side liquidity, I have this sell side liquidity. What is my expectation? Manipulation. That means market will go higher. Okay. Now over here, market is just here. Okay. So I will look for the obvious fair value gap from 50-minute chart. I can see this obvious 50-minute last fair value gap. So I'm going to mark this fair value gap because this fair value gap has a great role to play. I'm gonna mark it as a last fair value gap from 15-minute chart. So this is the last fair value gap. Now I'm going to 1-minute chart. Here is the 1-minute chart. Around 8:30, there was the CPI news. Okay, so you have this sell side liquidity before 8:30. You have this clean buy side liquidity. This is the new day opening gap from, I guess it's from Monday. Yeah, it's from Monday actually. So around 8:30, when the CPI news released, price went lower. It has taken that sell side liquidity. Okay, and after taking the sell side liquidity, it started to go higher. Now this new day opening gap hold the price. Look over here. I took an entry around that area and I have posted that to my Twitter. If you are with me in my Twitter, you already know that. I took my entry over there. My stop loss was just below that low and my target was that buy side liquidity. Okay, that was my target. So this was my first trade. Why I took that trade? If you remember, this buy side liquidity and that sell side liquidity was the obvious liquidity from 15-minute chart. So around 8:30, when the first move came, it has taken the sell side liquidity. This new day opening gap hold the price. See, so where it should expand higher for that buy side liquidity, because your weekly bias is bearish. You know market should take that sell side liquidity by this week. As today is the Tuesday, we are looking for the manipulation. So manipulation has to happen the opposite way. That's why I was so much confident that market is going higher. And this buy side liquidity is the most obvious buy side liquidity. This high has taken that high by a shallow run. This shallow run is always will be your obvious liquidity. So that was my first entry from morning session. So I'm gonna remove it from my chart. This sell side liquidity has taken already, so I'm gonna remove it from my chart again. And this buy side liquidity is taken, so I'm gonna keep it for some times. At the same time, after taking that buy side liquidity, where it reached, it has reached to the last fair value gap from 15-minute chart, right? So one after another, I'm going step by step. When it has reached to the last fair value gap from 15-minute chart, I am expecting some kind of reaction from that 15-minute last fair value gap. So if I would love to look for the reaction, I would love to see what this low has done, what it has done. Okay. If you come here, you can see you have very clean sales and liquidity around that area. So this is your new sales and liquidity level. This low and that low, they are relatively equal lows. This CPI run has made that sales and liquidity more stronger. Okay. Now you have three level, 1, 2, 3. This is the strongest sales and liquidity. Where price came to that last fair value gap from the 15-minute chart. Look over here how price worked here. Price came here to the last fair value gap, then give you the very nice market structure shift. Here is your market structure shift. This is your market structure shift. I'm gonna mark that as my market structure shift, and there is your fair value gap. So I'm gonna mark that fair value gap over here. So this is your fair value gap. You have to take your entry over there. Here you will take your entry over there. Your stop loss will be above that high. Where is your target? This sell side liquidity has to be your target. Okay, so this can be your trade, but you can see it's near about $147. You don't need it to hold until there. Instead of that, you can go for that new day opening gap as your target. Okay, this new day opening gap, you don't need to hold it until that. Still it's 82 handle. This can be your another entry. If you don't like to take that entry, this is the setup, the way we actually trade the last fair value gap from 15-minute chart. Hold the trade, hold the price, send it back, very nice displacement, fair value gap, take your entry, boom. Okay, now I took entry over here, not from this setup. Actually, I took entry from there until that fair value gap. Then when price went through the new day opening gap over here, it went through the opening gap, come back again to the new day opening gap. I took my entry over there. So that was my another entry. I covered that fair value gap, and this sales and liquidity was my target. There was another opportunity to take your entry over there. If you missed that entry, there was another opportunity. After taking this sales and liquidity, there was 1 minute last fair value gap. So if you go to the previous price action, you will see there is 1 minute last fair value gap. Price came to that 1 minute last fair value gap, went higher, dramatically it went higher, gave me the market structure shift. So market has taken the sales and liquidity, gave me the market structure shift over here, the first fair value gap or the new day opening gap. The same way I took my sell here, this is the same way I will take my buy. Market closed above the new day opening gap, come back again to the new day opening gap high, you can take your buy there. Your stop loss has to cover this fair value gap. And where will be your target? See this swing high and that swing high. See, they are relatively equal highs. So that is your buy side liquidity, new buy side liquidity. Over here, this is your buy side liquidity. So you can go for that buy side liquidity. There was another opportunity to take the buy. I outlined all of these things to my live, so don't think this is hindsight or after effect things. Okay, I did it to my live. If you are confused, you can watch my live and you will see I have outlined all of this thing in live. Okay, so that was another opportunity to take buy. Let's go over here. It's done. Here I don't need to say anything else. Now I will go for the PM session now. Okay, so when I will be in the PM session, I will go back to 15-minute chart. So there is my 15-minute chart. Everything is done over here. So I'm going to remove all the level from there. So I don't need all of this level, not anymore, because it's done. Now the PM session, when it will start from 1, right? So from 1 to 4. Where is 4? Here will be your 4. So this is the PM session. Now I will talk about the PM session. Market has taken the sell side liquidity, went higher, right? This is the market structure shift from 15-minute chart. Where is your last fair value gap from 15-minute chart? This is your last fair value gap. So I'm going to mark that as my last fair value gap from 15-minute chart. So is it last fair value gap? Now look over here what price is done. Price come here. This is a random level. What do I mean by random level? There is no other fair value gap. You can see there is no fair value gap. So price started to fall from a random level. It can never happen. That's why I have marked that entry fair value gap and the last fair value gap from 15-minute chart. Look over here. Market has taken the buy side liquidity, market structure shift. This is the last fair value gap. This is the entry fair value gap. Something like here. Market has taken the liquidity, market structure shift. This is the entry fair value gap. This is the last fair value gap. Okay. So the entry fair value gap, when price came to the entry fair value gap, that was the lunch hour. So that's why I didn't mark the entry fair value gap. And around the PM session, it went to the last fair value gap. So I kept the last fair value gap to my chart. When price returned from a random level, I was thinking market can't return from a random level. So it has to reach to that entry fair value gap. That's why my bias is bullish. Still, remember today is Tuesday. So it has to be the manipulation day. So manipulation has to happen above here. If market would love to go lower, then the manipulation has to happen over here. So I'm still bullish. Now I'm going to 1-minute chart again. Now here is the PM session. Price came here. It came to that 15-minute last fair value gap. Now it went little outside of the 15-minute last fair value gap. You can see there is your 1-minute last fair value gap. Actually price came little lower to trade that 1-minute last fair value gap. So I'm gonna change the color actually here. So this is the 1-minute last fair value gap. Price traded that 1-minute last fair value gap. Now I will show you setup over here. Okay. First time price came here to the 50-minute last fair value gap and also the 1-minute last fair value gap. It went higher. It spent some time over here. Then this is the first time when I got the market structure shift. So this is my market structure shift. Why this is market structure shift? I keep telling you, please watch the video. I'm gonna put the description link to my description. What is the market structure shift? Please watch that video. This swing high is only swing high which is valid for shifting market structure. So market has taken some liquidity here. Little liquidity has taken over there. This is the liquidity taken. After taking the liquidity, this is the very immediate reaction. Okay, very immediate reaction. At the same time, market failed to take that low. See this low, market failed to take that one. This is kind of confirmation that market would love to go higher. Okay. So after shifting the market, where is your fair value gap? There is your fair value gap, just there. So you have to take your entry to that fair value gap. Over here you will take your entry and your stop loss will cover the low of that candle. I love to go like that way. Now the job is to look for the buy side. Where is your buy side? You see this high and that high from 1-minute chart. It's relatively equal highs. Okay, so that should be your buy side liquidity, and you know market is actually coming to that entry fair value gap from 15-minute chart. So far this is the buy side liquidity. You don't need to hold your trade until that buy side liquidity. It's near about $108. I'm sorry, 108 handle. You don't need to hold it until there. You can go for the last fair value gap from 1-minute chart. So let's look for the 1-minute last fair value gap. Where do you see 1-minute clean last fair value gap? From here, start to look from here. This fair value gap is traded by body. Okay, so I don't see this as a last fair value gap. Market went little lower. There is another last fair value gap. This fair value gap has been also traded by this run. So I can see there is a fair value gap which is not traded yet. So here, this thing and this candle. So this is the last fair value gap. You can easily put your target over there to that last fair value gap. Okay, now it's kind of 55 handle. Brother, I can easily tell you to hold it until here, but I want to show you the logic. Okay, that's why I told you this is the most logical place where you can put your target. This is 55 handle, not a small handle with this setup, right? So you can go for that 55 handle. I took that entry, and I also showed that in my live. I was in live for your confirmation. This is not hindsight. Okay, I guess I can show it to you, this entry. Yeah, over here. So that was that entry, and I actually closed it over there, above, around that area. Okay. So whatever, please look for my live. I explained this thing over there. Now this can be your first trade from the PM session. I will show you another level, okay? Another way to trade, another opportunity. So after that, market has taken that buy side liquidity, then it fall here. I will go to 15 minute chart one more time. So I'm in 15 minute chart one more time, okay? So when market started to go higher and it has taken that high over there, then it started to fall. When it started to fall, can you see any 15 minute fair value gap around that area? I can see this is a 15 minute fair value gap. So this is the entry fair value gap from 15 minute chart. What is the entry fair value gap? Something like this. Here, this is the entry fair value gap. This is the last fair value gap, right? Over here, this is the entry fair value gap, and you have the last fair value gap over here from 15 minute chart. This is the last fair value gap. So price come here to the entry fair value gap. I will go to 1 minute chart again. Now over here, when price come here to that 15 minute entry fair value gap, at the same time it has traded 1 minute last fair value gap. So this is 1 minute last fair value gap. I'm gonna change the color, and here this is 1 minute last fair value gap. See, both of them are at the same level. Market went higher. This is the inversion fair value gap. I was really confused about this inversion, but I was thinking that market will work from here. Okay, so that inversion fair value gap entry, you can take that one as well if you want. Where will be your target? Now here is the time to look for the target. Look, price came here. From there, this whole price action actually happened little after, right? So this high, that high has taken by that high. This is the shallow run. That means the obvious liquidity. So as I told, if you ever see this obvious liquidity, you will go for the high of that obvious liquidity. So this will be your buy side liquidity. Now if you want to take that entry from that inversion fair value gap, your stop loss has to cover the inversion fair value gap low actually, but I will put my stop loss over here. That means if market would love to come lower one more time to that 50-minute fair value gap, it can tap to the high. I could easily tell you, please put your stop loss over there, but this is not logical, okay? So you have to cover the 15-minute high for another time. Market can easily come to that 15-minute high one more time. That's why you have to put your stop loss over there. And that buy side liquidity should have your target. This can be your another opportunity to take buy. After doing this, market went higher and finally it has traded that entry fair value gap. So overall, this is the daily recap of 12th March Tuesday price action. I believe that guys, I am trying to make it more smaller or shorter video so that you can get the information within a short period of time. Okay, you don't need to waste your time. So this is overall the price action from today. I outlined every setup in my live real way, okay, not the after effect. So everything was in live. If you have any doubt, you can watch the live streaming from today, 12th March 2024. So that's all, brother, for today. And if you're new, you can subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to give me a like. And if you see, if anything you can suggest me to add or remove from this daily recap video, I will do that. So feel free to comment below the comment box. Okay. So see you guys until tomorrow. Cheers.